Hey guys, thank you to the person on the screen right now for giving me this idea. Love your ideas very much. Anyways, let's get into this. You always wanted to be a hero, but people always make fun of your quirk. Your quirk was illusion. You can make anyone experience the things they most desire or what they're most scared of. But of course, you need to learn this information first before you can do it. Like Aizawa's quirk. Well, you have to use your eyes for this to work, and sometimes it makes them sore. But like Aizawa, you carry eye drops with you. But people always make fun of your quirk, saying it's a villain's quirk. And the only friend you had was Shinzo, because he was the only one who stood by you. As you went to middle school with Deku and Bakugo, you always saw Bakugo making fun of Deku. And when he finally stood up to him, he backed down. He knew how powerful your quirk can be, but he wasn't going to admit that he was scared of you. One time, he threw Deku in the fountain, and he was super pissed. You made him have various bad hallucinations, to the point where he started crying and screaming. You were so pissed at him for making fun of Deku for having a quirk. I mean, come on. His friends look like a piece of wood. You'd rather be quirkless than look like that. After all this, you comfort Deku. I'm listening. There's no need for you to do that. Kachan didn't deserve it. Well, you didn't deserve it either, Deku. You gave him a soft smile. His cheeks turned red. That was the first compliment anyone has ever given other than his mother. Thanks, listener. From that day on, you and him always hanged out. Bakugo always tried to pick on Deku when you wasn't around, but you were spending most of your time with Deku, all day, every day. This makes sure Bakugo wouldn't pick on him, and plus he liked Deku. This carried on until you were in high school. You was in UA. You always had good grades, and you got along with Aizawa Sensei very well. Even though he was harsh, he always gave you compliments on how you were improving or what you needed to improve on. One day, you was at home, and your mother was overseas because of work. And she wouldn't be back for 2 weeks, so you had to take care of the house. She would send you money weekly to pay for the bills if they ever came early, or just to buy food. One day, you were sitting on the couch, and you saw a news thing of pro heroes fighting off a couple of villains. One of your best friends were a pro hero. They were older than you. They were like 20-something, and you was only 16 at the time. And they were becoming 30 soon, but you guys got along very well. You saw them as a second mother. Well, then it hit you like a train when it turns out Endeavor, when fighting off some of the Nomus, accidentally set your friend on fire. And due to the injuries she sustained beforehand and after the fire, due to the news report, she died. Your heart broke into a million pieces. You started sobbing. Your best friend had to leave you. One of your best friends. You sat there and cried and cried and cried. And then it hit you. It was all Endeavor's fault. If he had learned to control his quirk better, your friend would never end up like this. You're furious. You wanted to go up to Endeavor's agency and strangle him. Or make him have fatal hallucinations and cause him to commit suicide right about now. He was not in the right mindset. After a couple of days, you didn't come back to school. Deku was starting to get worried about you. And so did your other friends. He was friends with most of Class 1A, even sometimes friends with Mineta when he wasn't being such a big perv, which is on rare occasions. So when Deku came to check on you, because he was the only one where he was the only one who knows where you live, he wasn't there, which caused him to be puzzled. But he brushed it off saying that he was probably out somewhere. You told him about your friend, so he probably was just mourning your death. So he decided not to bother you with any phone calls or text messages. Well, he was walking down the alley and then he felt a hand grip you. Before you could scream, another person covered your mouth. When he came to, because he knocked out, he was tied to a chair with handcuffs. You realized you looked around to see it was the League of Villains. You tried to yell at them, but your mouth was covered in duct tape. Hey, Shiggy, want me to untape them? I think they want to say something. Debbie asked. Alright, do whatever. He untaped your mouth. What do you guys want? He said. He was not in the mood to be kidnapped after your friend died. Well, we saw the little news report, and we knew that you was friends with one of the pro heroes that died in the Nomu attack. Yeah, the Nomu attack you released. Yes. But think about it. If Endeavor wasn't there, or he could have used his powers more properly, your friend would have died. Right? It wasn't my Nomus who killed them. It was Endeavor. You clenched your fist. Well, you can barely do that since you're in cuffs. How about this? I make a proposition. You join us, and we'll help you kill Endeavor. And for what? What did you say? And for what? Killing Endeavor wouldn't do anything. Think about your poor innocent friend. All she wanted to do was help people, and think what she got back in return. Think of her as doing a favor from the dead. You'll be avenging her death. And he's so corrupt. Did you remember what he did to Shoto, his wife, his older brothers, and Shoto's other siblings? You shook your head. Well, Dabby, why don't you tell him? Come on, Toga. And stop trying to drain blood from them from behind. Oh, come on, Shiggy. Their blood looks so good. No, Toga. Aw, I'll come back for you later. Come on, let Dabby discuss with them. So, he told you the whole story about Shoto, himself, Endeavor, and his wife and his other siblings. Now he was enraged. He had the audacity to abuse someone, hide it up, pretend to be a hero, then kill your own friend? Dabby was glad to see that you had hatred in your eyes. Now, listener, tell us, would you like to join us to take down Endeavor once and for all? You went quiet. Fine, but only on one condition. No one else gets hurt unless needed to. That's a condition that has to be put up with Shiggy, but I don't care. Welcome to the league, kid. You grabbed his hand after he uncuffed you and shook it. From that day forward, it got on the news saying that you joined the League of Villains. They called you the illusionist. That was going to be your hero name, but now it was now your villain name. Deku was absolutely shocked when he saw your face on the news as a new villain. He knew that you always wanted to be a hero, like him. You always trained together. You always did everything together, always planning to be the best. And now, you're a villain? He couldn't believe it. Everyone was upset. Even Bakugo. Even though you guys didn't get along because of middle school, you only get along sometimes, and when you did, you got along very well. And that's the first time ever any of the class when they saw Bakugo cry. As Deku wasn't gonna take it. He decided to get you back no matter what. Once he was planning a murder of Endeavor in the base. Well, you left the base in the middle of your planning. Sometimes you like to walk around. You make sure to put on a hood and a mask to hide yourself. And walked outside and went to the mall. Deku sat down next to you. He lay outside. What's wrong with you, you asked. Oh, nothing. I just lost my... He recognized the tone of voice. Listener? You realized it was Deku. Shh, Deku, shush. He quickly got up, grabbed you by your wrist, and dragged you somewhere to a place quiet enough for you guys to speak and no one to overhear you guys. Listener, so good to see you again. What happened? You went silent. Listener, this is not like you. Why are you planning this out with League of Villains? I have my reasons, Deku. Is it because of her? You went silent again. You let out a sigh. Yes, it is. Listener, I know you're upset about her death, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be upset, but don't you think it's taking it a little too far? A little too far? Isn't that what you think when Endeavor burned her to death? Yes, it went too far, but it wasn't intentional. That's what you think. What do you mean that's what I think? I got intel saying that Endeavor always had a grudge against this one particular person and always constantly made death threats. Possibly this is a way to cover up what he did. Endeavor would never do something like this. You'll see, Deku, you'll see. Well, listener, please come back. I want you to be your friend. I want to be your friend again. Deku, you are my friend. That's why I'm not letting you get hurt, or anyone who doesn't need to get hurt. Stay out of the way. You said, walking off. And Deku, you said with a faint smile, I love you. Then, you disappeared into the crowd as you walked off. Deku was flustered and shocked. One, you basically said you liked him, like more than a friend. Two, he didn't know what he was planning to do with Endeavor, but he swore it wasn't something good. When you got back to the base, you came up with a plan. You disguised yourself as one of the reporters for the news team. You made an illusion, making people think that you was the real news reporter and hiding your voice. You got on TV and explained the whole situation. And now Endeavor was now the most hated hero. It was all coming together. And plus, if Endeavor died, no one would even like him. This gave you satisfaction. When Todoroki saw this on the news, when he was visiting his mother in the mental hospital, he was shocked. But he was kind of happy. His father's wrongdoings were brought to light. And his mother was happy about this too. After that, everyone started hating Endeavor. He couldn't go anywhere with someone booing him or screaming at him for being a terrible parent. Constantly, every time you run into him, you make him happen vivid hallucinations. After his reputation was ruined, a hater actually killed Endeavor. And this hater was put to life in prison. But not the agency, sorry guys. But the League of Villains brought him out. Your job was done. Endeavor was gone. You said you wanted to quit the League of Villains. What? Toga said, but it was so fun. You give Toga a soft smile. Alright guys, I'll keep in contact, but I will not be joining. And plus, I will not reveal the base location. I promise. He sighed. I'm gonna have to admit this, but I'm going to miss Shigaraki. Oh my god, I can't believe those words came out of my mouth. Everyone laughed at this comment. Bye, Kurogiri. He said, give him a hug. Kurogiri was one of the nicest villains. As he walked off, he planned to join New Way again. He approached Principal Ness, who was surprised at you and almost sent the pro hero to take you down, but you said that he wanted to be a hero again. What shocked him, but you had a very good quirk, and you did only little crimes like petty theft. So he let you back in. Everyone was shocked to see you again, and so relieved. The girls basically tackled you to the ground. And Deku was so happy that you wanted to be a pro hero again. They all celebrated your return. Hey guys, so sorry this is not exactly like a Deku X listener. I think I strayed away from the topic too much. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Bye guys.